The following podcast is a production focused on storytelling, exploring new TTRPG systems and their supplements. This podcast is not sponsored by any of the systems or their owners and is meant to be a fun, interactive book club. Respective credits for songs, sound effects, and resources are listed within the description or details. And with that, please enjoy, adventurer.
Okay, I'm just sidewalk and I just across the hole.
Yep. It's like I tried to be flashy, and I just keep going on the sidewalk across.
Oh, we all can't be Hawk.
Shut
Like as they get across the edge of the sinkhole, Hawk, you're seeing this tool chest move closer and closer to you as they round the corner.
So I have a ranged weapon, and I
Okay.
think I'm going to shoot it
Gonna shoot it.
because it
What is your-
looks
what is-
like. I guess I would perceive this as being quite aggressive at me. Am I about right on that?
As aggressive as a tool chest would rush at somebody. I mean, it's
I guess I raise.
it's not doing a full
I
Home
would-
Alone 2, but it's getting there.
I would say I raise my crossbow, let's say,
Okay.
and I call out to the gnomes on the other side. It's like, has your tool chest ever been aggressive?
It's a tool chest. It shouldn't be aggressive.
It's currently walking at me, and it has a sword in it.
Oh, bro, it's the sword of life, yo. And he's gonna run up to it, and he's gonna try to grab onto it, and be like, "Oh, I gotta pull it out." That's his first thing. He's just gonna try to run up and grab it. It's the magical item, he says, like excitedly. I found it, man.
So just to make sure, Hawk Mullen, you didn't fire at it yet, right? You were just
No,
Okay,
I have not
okay.
yet.
Okay. Roll initiative for everyone.
How do you roll initiative?
So in this game, both sides roll a dice when combat breaks out, and you re-roll any ties. So the side with the higher roll will act first during the first combat round, followed by the other side. On a side's turn, each of the characters in any order may move or skate 30 feet and take one action. So basically, it's more of like a thing where it's a community-based initiative where everyone is trying to roll high to beat the other side, because then you get to go first.
Okay.
Is it
it.
D20?
D20?
No. It is a what dice?
I've never heard of D0.
I mean, in all honesty, it could just be with the sides a D2.
Both sides roll a die when combat breaks out, rerolling any ties. Side with the higher roll. It doesn't specify which dice, but considering that everything in this has been mostly D6, let's just say you all roll a D6. So, I mean, it's going to probably beat whatever this thing is going to roll.
Well, we got 2 6s.
Yeah. So I don't even need to roll. You all go first. Whoever wants to, here's the thing. With this initiative, you all get to decide what actions you want to do, or who wants to go first, and etc. in the initiative roll. So,
If we go, I do have highest deck. I think I have highest dex +2.
You're also hanging onto the
I
sword,
also
right?
do.
Yeah, I reached out to grab it and
Pull it
fucking-
out.
That's what I'm gonna do. He kind of sees that it's walking, and he kind of puts a foot on it and just tries to heave and pull it out.
okay, give me a danger roll strength check. I'm gonna say with disadvantage because this thing is, moving around as you're essentially trying to hold onto the sword and pull it from the metal enclosure. So with disadvantage, that's
3.
still 3d6, and you use the 2 lowest dice. So it was a 3.
Yep. I rolled 2d6 and I took 1. That's the single lowest.
No. So in disadvantage, you roll 3d6, and you take
3.
2 lowest. So just
Okay,
roll an
then-
additional d6.
Got it. That is going to be an 8 total.
So as you're hanging onto the sword, it's moving back and forth, jingling around, and all the various tools inside are clanking about as it's trying to throw you. You are unable to pull the sword loose, but you're still hanging onto the sword. So that's your action. You can move, but I don't think you really want to move because you've got a hold on the sword right now, right?
I'm gonna keep holding on to it. And does it look like it has like a face now that it's got the sword kind of stuck in it?
At this moment, you do not see a face.
Okay, so I mean, I guess it can't bite me, right? So one can only hope. And he just kind of hangs on. He's like, it's not letting loose, man. And I will end my turn.
I guess I with the crossbow trained, I take a shot at it.
Okay, Hawk Mullen taking a shot at it. And I need to make sure I got this going on here. So, attack roll by rolling 2d6 and adding his or her attack bonus,
What is my attack bonus?
if applicable. Which it should be detailed in the weapon. Range attack adds +1 damage, but not to the attack rolls.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't actually apply any bonus associated with that.
Okay. Then I will roll a 2d6. That's going to be a 7.
Okay, so it's defense. You fire a bolt directly at this animated toolbox, and the bolt flies into it. It doesn't seem to have done much damage, but you have damaged it.
So I guess, do I roll for damage then?
Adds +1 to damage, but not to attack rolls.
I guess if it exceeds the defender's defense number, the attack hits and deals damage. The defender
Yeah.
equal to the
Equal to the
defense.
difference between the two scores. So it was just 1 damage.
Oh,
Which
okay.
Which actually, no, because then you've got a +1 to your damage because you rolled a 7. It has a 6 defense. So you did 2 damage to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Learning. All right. Next up then is Rad.
Right. So this cabinet, just like a regular toolbox, does it have all the drawers and things on the one face?
Right, on the front.
Okay. And is the sword sticking out of that one face?
It's sticking out on top of it. So kind of
On
like
top.
you've got the cabinet, it's the sword is sticking out, and of course, Jugo is hanging on to it as he's trying to pull it loose.
All right, hang on, Jugo. I pull out the shield that I have, and I decide I'm going to try to bash and hit this thing, toppling it, so at least it's off its wheels so it can't advance anymore. So I get a running start, skate forward, and then try to use my shield to bash into this thing.
Go
Yeah.
for it, Red.
You're making an attack roll.
Yeah.
So you just go ahead and make an attack roll. You're using your shield, so go ahead and give me a 2d6 roll. Okay, it was an 8. So its defense was a 6. So you deal. Well, unarmed attack subtract 1 damage, but may not reduce damage to 0. So, using a shield. I would say that this technically still counts as unarmed attack because it's not a full attack weapon, because there are things in place to denote that it gets an additional attack damage. So you just deal 1 point of damage to this as you bash into it, as you roll up and bash with your shield.
Is there such a thing as attack of opportunity and other things like that? Just
Not in this, no.
no. Okay.
So one of the beauties of this game is that it is a very simple game. There's not many rules. A lot of it is left up to some interpretation of the players and DM. And it's one of those things where I feel it's like a simple game to learn potentially in a day, which in some ways we kind of are a little bit, even though I have prepared some stuff. Okay, so now it's actually the tool chest turn. And as it looks over to Hawk Mullen, it's going to start coughing. And as it starts coughing, it fires a shelf directly out of its face at you.
A whole shelf.
A whole shelf.
Oh, God.
Yuck, man.
What is your defense?
6.
6. So it rolled 7. So it did get over 1. So by the difference,
Oh,
It's just
wait,
gonna
I have
do-
a shield. So I guess it's the same. So,
shield provides a +1 defense when held. PCs may choose to have it shatter. So you have a 6. They rolled a 7. So it would be 7. But I believe actually, hold on.
It just doesn't do damage then, right?
Right. I think what happens too is that if it's a defender wins ties. Okay, so then yeah, if you've got a +1, so it gets that, so you don't actually take any damage. You bring the shield up just in time, causing the shelf to shatter off the top of it, going over top of it. All right, so now it's your guys' team's turn again. So who would like to go first?
Stop moving, little dude. Come on. And he goes again to just kind of pull it out.
Oh, it threw a shelf at me. I guess I was gonna say, could I run up and maybe help with yanking out the sword?
Hold it still.
So it has to be, yeah, so you could do that. It basically, you guys can go whenever you want on your team's turn. So you just have to tell me who's going first and who's doing first.
Come over and hold him down. Hold him still.
Sure, yeah. I come over and hold him still.
If I got a running start and like skated forward and then grabbed you, Judo or Jugo, as you're holding onto the sword, would that add additional force for the yank?
Pop it out. Yeah.
Okay, so based off of everything that's going on here, I'm going to say that we're going to first do in line of order of this. We'll have Hawk Mullen do a danger roll to grapple with this tool chest. So give me a danger roll strength.
So that would be an 8.
Okay, so you are unsuccessful in being able to restraining this chest in place. We'll say that it's not going to basically provide any kind of positive effect. You're still holding on to it. We'll just say you're still holding on to it. So Rad, do you want to go next to try and add maybe to Jugo's attempt to pull out the sword?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and you're gonna roll up, and I'm gonna say, like, what are you doing? Are you you're trying to grab him so that he'll go with you?
Yeah, so basically I imagine to add a little bit extra oomph would skate up, grab around the waist, and try to use the force of momentum to help him pull.
Okay, so I'll say that that's gonna be a danger roll strength as well. Okay, so you go skating right up to Jugo, and you're bringing your arms out, you slam into him. The thing is that you're kind of a gangly person, so you're not really as strong as you think you are. So you're just kind of, you slam up into him, and your foot is trying to push on the floor to move the board. Okay,
Sorry,
so then,
Jugo, man.
Come on. All right. Come on, dude. I gotta
Jugo,
just let me. Just
so
stay still, man.
it's gonna be with disadvantage again because we couldn't get it solidified. So 3d6.
That is going to be 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Wait,
No,
yeah,
sorry, it's 7 total.
7 total. Okay.
7 total.
Yeah, so you're trying to grip hard on the handle of the sword to pull free, but you're unable to pull it free from the cabinet. It is now the tool chest's turn. The tool chest is going to spin. That's a neat trick.
Oh, we're all on it too.
Oh no.
So it's gonna spin. And because it spins, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have you guys all make danger rolls. Dexterity.
Mine's +2, so that'd be 10.
Oh man, I rolled double
Mine is
ones. So that's
an
a
8.
That's a 4. I rolled double ones. That's
A
great.
10, an 8, and a 4. Okay. Rad, you're able to duck as you see that one of the shelves at the top spits out but still hangs there as they're spinning. Unfortunately, Hawk Mullen and Jugo. Hawk Mullen, you take the shelf right upside the head,
Oh,
dealing you 1 point of damage, and then for you, Jugo, you get thrown. So you get thrown off of it, and you are also slamming against the wall and take 1 point of damage. All right, so
Okay.
it's your guys' turn again.
I just hit this thing.
just
I
hit
don't
it.
care anymore.
Okay.
So I guess it's just a 6 to hit.
6 to hit. Do you not have plus
Plus
1?
1.
It's only +1 to the damage.
It's only +1 to the damage. Okay. So defender, yeah, so it's 6 defense. So defender, it ties, so no damage dealt. Yeah, so it just doesn't do damage, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever wants to go next.
Can we just hit this thing until it's dead?
I guess I can kick it. I don't have any weapons. I will.
Do a flip.
Let's see. I have 30 feet. You said.
30 feet of movement.
Oh yeah, I guess if that's the case, I'm good. Knowing that spin happened, I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah, there's no attack of opportunity or anything like that. Don't worry about it right now. So it's one of those situations where the rules play a little bit with kind of leaving it up to kind of situational dangers, as opposed to like full-on mechanics of opportunity attack or anything like that. So
He's just gonna roll and skate by it, and as he's skating by it, he's gonna kind of, as he's going by it, trying to use his momentum to once again try to grab at the sword passing by it. So he
Okay.
just starts to skate by it and grab once again. I'm gonna get that sword out of you, you little. And then he goes again to do a grab with a disadvantage, just trying to take it out. Because I could try. Keep doing it.
sure.
3d6, yeah?
Yep, 3d6.
Can I argue it be with dexterity this time because I'm skating past and grabbing it?
I want you to argue to me how dexterity allows you to rip a sword out of a metal casing.
It doesn't. It's strength. It's a 6.
I'm not trying to be a stickler.
I'm
But no.
doing it up. Got it. It's a 6.
A 6, okay. As you go to pass by it, you're skating right past by, zooming on your board. You go to grab, and you get a little bit of a grasp on it, but then it slips out of your hand, and you just kind of keep rolling right on by.
Dang, it's really stuck in there. And I just get a nice distance away from it. Can't really hit it with anything. I don't have
Now
anything to smack it with.
above board too. You guys are starting on Sunday. You have until Friday, so you got several days that you can do your spells potentially as well. So you don't worry about saving your rando spell to the end of like this. And I'm also not telling you to use it right now either. You can use it whenever. I'm just saying, don't worry. You've got a few days, essentially.
Worried about hurting the tools, man. Okay, question. Using rail potentially offensively because it says it appears underneath your board, it's as long and tall as a picnic table. So if I'm next to this thing when I cast that, does that mean that a rail appears underneath and could potentially upheave the tool chest or toolbox?
The only way I'd argue it is that it's potentially it is a magical creature right now, and it's not gonna be able to interact well with that. Have I argued my case effectively to the jury?
Uh-huh. So how long does the rail last? Have we established that at least?
I think it's just no.
Moments.
It doesn't define how long the rail lasts. My thought is that it lasts for basically as soon as you cast it, it's instant.
Like the trick, it lasts
Yeah.
as long as the trick lasts.
It doesn't. Yeah, it lasts as long as the trick lasts. I can't imagine it sticking around longer than that.
I imagine almost it kind of looks ethereal based on the wizard.
Is the tool chest metal?
Yes, you can tell. You can at least tell from this area or from here.
I don't think it's gonna be as effective. I guess I will skate up and punch the thing as I'm going by.
Sure. Wizard
I'm
punch.
worried that the
Wizard
punch.
punch!
Wizard punch!
So 2d6. Okay, that beats it. So
Huzzah.
it's going to take 1 point of damage as you roll up to it, and just punch it right in wherever you can assume its face is.
I imagine as Rad continues to roll by, he just crumples in half, just looking at his hand, having punched this metal box.
Okay, so this toolbox. Where did you roll up? Like Rad, where did you roll here?
I'm trying to determine, so where exactly is the chest in the room as of right now? Right there.
Right
Okay.
there.
Yep.
I would say I kind of rolled past him towards the corner.
Okay. So just kind of like over to this area here.
Yes.
Okay.
Dang!
You did just attack it, so it's going to turn towards you, and it's going to charge at you, Home Alone 2 style.
Good. Okay, good.
Various tools shaking out of the shelves as it rams at you. That is a 4 to hit.
Ooh, I have a defensive 6 with a shield,
Okay.
so it doesn't work.
All right, so you bring your shield up, and you're able to defend yourself as various tools continue to shower over you. Wrenches, sockets, hammers, screwdrivers,
Yeah,
Tools.
cool, man.
I'm a man. Tools. All right.
Let's just kick this thing. Let's just kick it.
Okay, so it's your team's turn.
So,
I go up to kick it.
all right.
You want to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can go
I'm gonna kick this thing. I'm not gonna. I wanna grab the sword again, but I'm just gonna kick it. For it.
You go to kick it. You stub your toe. You don't take any damage, but you are embarrassed.
Ow!
Rad, go next.
Since I'm kind of locked in the corner, I'm going to cast ramp in front of me, kind of pull over the top of it, and as I go, just kind of reach down, grabbing the sword as I fly over to see if I could rip it out midair.
Sure.
Let's go.
All right, give me a strength check. It is rattling, so that is with disadvantage.
Oh, so that's sorry, that was one. I need to do one.
Roll additional d6. Then you take the two lowest.
No. Okay. Sorry, 5 plus 2, 7. If we're doing the lowest.
Do you have a plus something?
To strength? Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I have +1 to strength. Oh, yes. Okay, so that's an 8.
Ooh.
Yeah. Thank you. I had them backwards in my head for some reason.
Use them gangly muscles. Come on.
Like a
Come
He's
on,
like a
Rad.
spider that's covered in like a red napkin. Just like, yeah, man.
So that was a 8 that you rolled to get the sword.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does not come loose as you come over off the side. You pull at it, trying to give way, but you go to the other side of the armor. Let me see.
All
Come
right.
on,
Through the shot,
So-
man.
I loosened him up for you, Hawk. I gave it a kick.
So I come up, kicking up as much dust as I possibly can, and cast Rad Revealing Dust Hammer.
Okay.
By
so
the dust being kicked up, a hammer reveals into my hand, and I go to cast a spell of this hammer.
Okay.
It's about to reveal some pain.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna say that's gonna be an attack of with advantage. So 3d6 as you form an ethereal dust hammer. Revealed unto you, like time immemorial, the legends were true.
Wow!
Yeesh.
Wow!
Oh my gosh.
The legends
That's
were
a
true
3!
for certain parts. You go to swing with your dust hammer, and as you go swing with your dust hammer, you find that it turns really quickly, the cabinet, and as it does so, the hammer hits against another hammer, and it causes it to burst. Similar to the old adage of don't hit hammers against hammers.
And for my last
No.
10 points of movement, I just run away.
Okay,
In shame.
I'm sorry.
Dust to dust, man. Oh.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I think that was all three of us.
Was that
That was
everyone?
it.
I gotta keep.
I kicked it. I kicked
Go
it.
again.
That's right. That's right. You did try to kick it.
I could go again.
No. So this tool chest right next to you, Rad goes to swing at you with its shelf. That is that's an 8 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
So I think, isn't her defense just +1?
Oh yeah, don't you have a? Don't you have a?
So you have
shield?
Should
Yeah,
be
but-
seven.
+1?
Yeah, but you hit me with an 8 though.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with the difference, right? So you got.
But your
so-
defense is 7.
So
So it'd be
yeah, my
one.
defense is.
So you take 1 point of
Oh,
damage.
thank
Good
God.
point.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way damage works, it's the difference. So whatever
Forgot
the
about that,
difference
sorry.
is- yeah. Okay. So you take 1 point of
Okay.
damage as the shelf slams up against you. All right. Back to your turn.
Can we use skate tricks offensively?
How so?
I guess it would
Depending
depend
on what you roll.
on what it is. Like maybe rolling a skate trick and say how you would implement it to either attack or bemuse or in some way subdue.
You can name. I would say you're naming your trick. That's about it. Like there's not really a mechanic associated with the trick name itself. It's just you're naming the trick you're performing.
And it's
Okay. I guess I kick it.
You gotta kick it. You can call it a skate. You can say you're doing a skate trick as you kick it. Right. That's the whole point.
All
right.
right, you know what? Sure. Why not?
Ooh.
That's a
Okay.
D20.
Yeah, for the skate trick.
Skate tricks. Skate trick.
Oh, that's right.
Like your lickety schnoz. Schmooze?
Okay, so we've got inverted nutsum.
More nutsum.
Inverted
Okay.
nutsum flex with a saluting boo.
What?
So that was an inverted nutsum flex with a saluting boo. Okay.
Yep.
Roll to attack with your obscure
Deep cut.
It's a
Ooh, an
2d6.
inverted nutsum.
I don't even want to think about people's
Got
inverted
it. Whoa, no.
baby.
Sorry. Whoa.
2d60.
Stop being
That is a sick trick right there.
Some old magic. Very old magic.
magic is no good for magic to me, which I was there when it was written.
I haven't
Okay,
heard
so
that
that
name in a long time.
So
The
we're doing
inverted nutsum. So it was a 2d6.
2d6. I inverted as nutsum.
So that's 7. All right, so that is a hit. So you deal 1 point of inverted nutsum damage.
That's
mean-
what you get for messing with the rad, man.
Oh my
You're just
God.
throwing your hands in front of yourself.
Ooh, it's yourself a boo.
With a boo, with a saluting
The saluting boo.
Ooh.
All right. Who's next?
God. Okay, if we're doing tricks, oh man, I got just the one. And I'm going to attempt to roll by and damage this. So let's see. He's gonna go back 5 feet, hop a ramp, come down, and do the. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna be doing that. The hanging yank or nay with a grumble fop. And so
Hanging, yanking nay with a grumbling fop. With a grumble fop or a grumbling fop?
with a grumble fop.
Grumble fop.
And if there's, it sounds vaguely offensive, but I'm coming in with this hanging yanker nay.
I don't like that you're yanking the hanger. Go ahead and roll for the Hank Yang.
He's gonna come by and just kind of, and that's what 2d6.
Remember, please describe what you have just done because this is an
No,
audio.
that's
video.
that's for the Patreon users only. They get to see that. Okay, rolling to hit.
Sure.
It's an 8.
That's an 8 that hits. You deal 2 points of damage.
Hanging yanker. There we go. Coming right on in. Yo, bro.
You cannot. No, I don't care.
Yep, that's it. That's
The
it. And I roll.
public demands this. Screw the elite at the Patreon. You tell the people what you have done with your yank.
As I rolled by, just flailing my arms wildly, giving it a double bam bam with my forearms on the side of the chest, just wildly, trying to hit it with a grumble fop. From going into the corner and hitting it. Yeah.
This tool chest is looking pretty rough. It's looking starting to kind of look bent in certain angles, and it kind of gives jittering motions as it moves about. The sword kind of loosely going from like left to right in the top part of the tool chest.
Oh, bro, it's almost loose. Get him, Hawk.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go backwards, 15 feet.
Okay.
Cast ramp, go up the ramp, and then off the ramp. Let's see what we're gonna do here.
Yeah, now we're getting to the tricks.
There we go.
Here we're going. This is what Skatewizards, man. Let's go.
Oh boy, we are on that salty train.
He's back.
With your scarified body, haggard, you're always doing these salty tricks, my guy.
Salty, snappy flex
Ooh.
with a saucy daddle.
Okay. So
Saucy daddle.
You're attacking with your ranged weapon. I'm assuming while you're doing this.
Oh,
this,
of course.
this saucy daddle.
I am going up, doing a salty, snappy flex with one arm, holding the crossbow, firing,
Oh, that's a saucy daddle. Look at him do
Look
it.
at that.
and landing with a saucy daddle.
So wait. So like in one hand you're holding the cross, with the other arm you're just flexing.
Yeah, with a salty, snappy flex.
Oh, let's go, Hawk.
Okay, come on, give me a roll, come on. Oh, come on.
Please do
Come
well.
on.
Damn it.
No.
The saucy
No.
daddle. That's saucy. You know what? You go with advantage. Give me.
Just come on.
Give me that saucy daddle.
Be kind. Oh, there we go. Much better.
I don't know what the other two were. Oh, it's a 2 and a 1. So that'd
2.
be 8 plus 1. So 8 to hit plus 1 damage for 9.
So it's 9 that you roll.
Yes.
Okay. That saucy daddle. That bolt flying forth, hitting that of the sword. The sword pops and flings out of the tool chest and lands upon the ground with a clatter. You're out of initiative.
Nice, man. Was that the saucy daddle? Yo.
Flex was outrageous.
Oh, that was sick, man. Oh, kind of kick my board out, go skating over to the sword, kind of kneel and look at it. Oh, should I touch it? I've already touched it. That's right. So I guess I can pick it. I guess I can pick it up and kind of reach out and grab it.
Yeah, you pick up the sword.
Sick. Hey, we got it! He yells out to the gnomes. Were they able to see any of what was happening, or just hear it?
You're across a pit, and largely a majority of the combat was occurring around the corner.
How have they been observing the Skatewizards?
Well, let's just say, here's the thing. At the very beginning of this, there was a battle going on behind the corner. And then, all of a sudden, a couple of wizards fly by skateboarding past the small pit, and then you see Hawk Mullen just doing a saucy daddle. They just hear a bolt fly, and that's all that they hear and see.
So,
Are you
what is the toolbox looking like right now?
It's dead. Dead in the sense that it's not moving. It's completely.
It's a toolbox.
Yeah, it's broken all shit though.
Okay.
Oh, yikes!
Are you okay with that? Did you find the toolbox?
Oh, we found it.
Oh, that's good. Yes, that's good.
Yeah, we'll take it back.
You'll take the toolbox back?
Yeah, we'll bring it back to you.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. It was a gift from my mother, though. So is it okay?
Well,
Nah, man, it's not.
Well, I mean, does it just need a paint or something, or just what's the damage?
How much stuff is stored in it, man?
Grab the box and begin to drag it into view.
You drag this destroyed toolbox, this tool chest in front of the vision of the gnome. They take a moment to remove their goggles to the top of their head, rub their eyes, and put the goggles back. You see, even across from the pit, them blink twice and then fall over and faint.
Well,
don't worry about him. Thank you for finding the tool chest, says the other gnome.
Should we just all grab a corner, and cast a sidewalk underneath us to skate over the chasm?
Sounds like a plan.
okay.
Alright.
Sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
And bring the toolbox with and the sword.
Okay. You bring it across. Let's say it doesn't really require a roll here. You've now figured out that you can summon sidewalks as opposed to a dangerous rail across a pit. As you go across the pit, you are able to bring the tool case with you. It is bent out of shape, but you have recovered a magical item.
Woo!
All right. He kind of hefts it.
It looks like
Here.
a standard sword.
That's what I was
Nothing
trying
really,
to say.
yeah, nothing elegant about it. Just like a standard sword. Normal cross guard. There's a blue pommel stone, but that's about it.
Do we want to just take this back to Cactus and have him hold on to it before we go to the next place?
I mean, he lost the first one. Might as well keep an eye on this one. Hey, short stack. Turning to the gnome, Brad goes,
Yes.
"Did you see anybody rolling around with this thing before we saw it?" Gesturing to the sword.
No, we said one of the workers said that they saw someone put something into the box. I thought they were returning the tool or something, but that's it. That's all That's all I know about.
But do we know what that person looked like?
They were short, from what I understand.
All right, we got a short person. Cool.
Height challenged, I would believe.
Stand our short kings. Is he gonna be okay? Gesturing to the gnome on the ground.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Honestly, he'll get over it.
That's good.
I mean, precious family heirlooms. I mean, what are they really worth, right? They're priceless
mean,
for a reason.
yeah.
Because they're worth nothing.
Oh,
I
well,
high five.
Thank you.
She high fives you.
while they're high-fiving, I kind of take out my skate key and I just, oh man, I should have tried the other move. Jealous of the saucy daddle. And I regain +1 health. So I'm back to full. Once a day, I think. Yep.
I would say let's rest because we can't do that.
Yeah, please.
So you're gonna rest. Okay. So you do need to recover 1 health. You need to eat a meal and get a full night of rest.
You guys want to go to Mixed Swankies?
24 hours of rest in a safe location restores all health to your injury PCs. I'd say that if you're in the mall proper, that's a safe location. If you're anywhere else, if you're like in a major convenience store, that's not a safe location. So anywhere else in the mall, that's a safe location. So
Would you call the food court a safe location?
yes.
I would say let's go to the food court and rest for 24 hours.
In the food court.
Oh,
Sounds
you got
good.
The comfiest benches, man.
Oh, I could sleep anywhere.
But yeah, you got the big puffy hoodie.
Yeah. And he kind of like snuggles his shoulders against it. What was the other? I know, just to kind of jog my memory, we've been to Finders Keepers.
Mhm.
There was another couple places of note that I'm
So there was the food court, Mix Sharkies,
McSharkies.
Finders
that's what it was.
Keepers, and the parking lot.
Should check out McSharkies after we take a quick nap.
A quick
Sounds like a plan.
24-hour nap.
My favorite.
You journey into the food court after taking a moment to look at the directory to find the directions for it. You arrive up the escalator. It is rusted underneath your feet, kind of giving a jittering step as you kind of go all the way up to the second floor to the food court. Getting up there, you find that there are a number of tables, and there are a few other wizards and a few other individuals. Some goblins, an elf or two, a dwarf, a few humans that are just dressed in, mall attire, strangely enough, as they are eating their meals. You do find that a majority of the meals here are burritos, pizza, French fries, and it looks to be like, just burgers. Ooh, I think I just was trying to do like a Five Guys thing and like or whatever the French fry thing is at the mall. What I'm talking about. Yeah.
It all sounds good.
You see that there are a number of shops off to the side here to the far left, kind of circling around a water fountain. A number of the food outlets. So you see a Burrito Bill's, El Delicious, Fishland's Tacos, and Bodacia Best.
Oh, dude, I could go for a Burrito Bills right now.
That sounds
I could
good.
go for a fantastic taco.
What's at Bodacia's Best?
Approaching Bodacia's Best, you see that all the other lights of the food court stores turn off, and then Bodacia Best turns on. And in peering in front of the counter, you see a green slime appear and form into a rotund individual with a chef's hat, a handlebar mustache, and a bow tie. The thing is that it's all made out of slime. He looks to you and says, "Welcome to Bodicia's Best. I am Bob the Blob. Pleasure to meet you."
Hey there, Bob. Nice to see you. What are you serving today?
Oh, serving Bodicia's Best. Burgers, fries. We got all sorts of things at Bodicia's Best.
Above table. Currency. We haven't discussed it.
It's a bartering system.
Okay. I could go for a burger right about now.
Great, fantabulous. What do you have to trade?
What are you looking for?
Anything you've got. Services, items.
So above table, does that mean, pardon me, that one of the 4 items that we started the game with? Potentially?
Yeah.
It's a role-playing game. You determine how you want to barter or figure out how
Well,
to get food from it.
I don't want to say
Sure.
they just reaches into his robe and pulls out gum and belly button lint. Like I'm trying to understand the parameters.
Do a trick for him.
If only physical displays of athleticism were forms of currency in our world. If only.
Some of them are.
A bard would say otherwise.
Well,
Huh?
here's the thing. I can give you some food on a tab if you can bring it back by the end of the week.
Oh,
So, burgers, fries, or what else?
just a burger sounds good.
Burger. And he reaches underneath, and there's a small tendril of slime that reaches up, and you see just balancing on a plate is just a burger. And he just sets it down on the counter.
Cool. So, what kind of item do you want me to fulfill this tab with by the end of the week?
I don't know, something of value.
All right, I'll keep my eyes open.
Thank you for your business. Then he recedes back down under the counter.
I take my burger. What does it look like, by the way?
It looks like a really good burger, really prime piece of meat. Of course, it is the apocalypse, so I will not divulge what kind of meat.
We don't ask those types of questions. Good. I go and find an open spot at the table, waving to the other 2 as I settle in.
I'm gonna go and grab something from Burrito Bill's.
As you approach Burrito Bill's, all the lights turn off, and up pops Bob the Blob. Again, welcome to Burrito's Bill's. I'm Bob the Blob. What can I get you today?
Oh, I am ready for the best burrito, Bob.
We got the best burritos.
All right, I've got, and he reaches into his bag, where he just pulls out the ball bearings bag. How about I trade you 1 bag of ball bearings for a burrito?
Bag of ball bearings for burrito.
These could be used for anything.
So could my burrito.
Value, trade for trade. Or I could find something else for you, if this isn't striking your fancy.
If you want it, I can take the balls.
He hands over the bag and waits for a tendril.
The tendril comes out from off the counter and then just pulls back slowly the bag of ball bearings. And then on the other side of Bob the Blob, another tendril shakily brings up a plate with a burrito and sets down the counter. Thank you for your business.
Thanks, Bob. And he heads over back to the table.
I go over to the pizza place.
Up pops Bob the Blob. Welcome to LDC. I'm Bob the Blob. How can I help you?
I like a pizza.
Pizza's fine and good and dandy. What would you like on the pizza?
I'm thinking sausage and pepperoni.
We've got the peps, but not the sausage.
What other ingredients do you have? Or toppings?
They turn around and they turn back. Mostly pep.
Pep it is.
Pepperoni and pepperoni pizza. What do you have to trade?
I hold out my ranged weapon, my crossbow.
Ooh, like time immemorial weapon for food.
I would say this could get me, let's say, 2 pizzas.
2 pizzas.
Or let's say I pay for that person's, as I point to Rad, that person's meal as well with this.
They had a deal to pay back at the end of the week.
Let's say before the end of the week. I will pay for them, as well as my own. With this
Very
crossbow.
generous of you, of course. And then a tendril comes out, takes the crossbow, and then 2 pizzas shakily rising from underneath the counter on metal sheets, steam rising from as he places them down on the counter.
Man, that was already quick.
Thank you for your business.
I bow and back away.
They recede back down underneath the counter, and all the lights turn off in respective food outlets.
So I did pay for hers, correct?
Yeah, you paid for hers.
Okay, fantastic.
So you paid
Roll
for
back.
mine and you got 2 pizzas?
Seems that way.
That was one hell of a crossbow.
I know, right?
You're giving away major
Yeah.
items. So-
Well, that's the problem. Is the only items I have are a melee weapon, a shield, or a ranged weapon. So
I could have used a range weapon.
Well,
Yeah,
you can
we'll
pay me
find
back.
another. We'll find another one.
I can only
I'm
punch
just
them.
eating the burrito. Oh, it's all good. Life is good right
I
now.
eat one pizza and put the other one in my stash.
So
It's
where
possible.
are you put? So you have how many items? You have now 3 items, right?
Yes.
So you have a extra pizza,
Yep.
your melee weapon, and your shield.
Yes.
Okay, so where are you putting your pizza?
I guess based off
In
of
his beard.
what it says, I
you
would
have
be
a-
putting it in my satchel.
So, can you tell me how you're putting away this pizza in your satchel?
You gonna wrap it in some napkins?
Carefully.
Are you rolling it up like a map, or what are you doing?
You know what?
Scooby Doo style?
Honestly, what I think I'd do is I would take the pizza itself
Sure.
and roll the pizza up like an actual burrito. So I have a cylindrical tube of pizza.
Not off. You tried for pizza, but all right.
It's a crime. It's a crime.
It's a tasty
And
crime.
then I got nothing. I'm guessing and then I just cram it into the box and just crush
Okay.
it.
So just be aware that you have. Make sure when you do have items, people, just remember you know where you've put the item too.
Yes.
It's
This
okay.
one. So I would say my shield is on my belt, along with my melee weapon on my belt, and then
Okay.
this is in my bag.
Dude, as he says, just to the 2 of them, what happens if you just and he gestures to the sword. So what happens if you just stab the sword with the pizza? Like if you just boop, does the pizza start talking? Does it start
I'm not
moving?
in the mood to attack another.
Another thing. Let's not put the sword in the pizza.
All right.
After he's just gonna eat the burrito and then curl up by one of the plants by the stairs and just
Sure. So you find respective areas to go ahead and take a load off, resting. You have eaten your meals and recovered. You've gained all your health back. That does mean that you can also re-roll. So you get 1 rando spell per day. So once the spell is cast, PCs must wait until the next day to roll for a new rando spell. So if you
Ooh.
haven't cast your rando spell, you don't get to pile on another rando spell under there. That's something that's gained through levels. So you get more more rando spells unlocked, like more spell slots essentially. You can also, it looks like you can do the bootleg spell as well. So at the start of each day, PCs can prepare 1 bootleg spell from the collection. Roll 1d6 or choose from the tricks below. If you didn't use your bootleg spell, I would imagine that you can still technically use the one that you had already rolled. If you want to re-roll, you certainly can.
like to
I
switch
would
it out for a different one.
Yeah.
I'd
Reroll
like
I
to
would like
switch
to re-roll both.
Yeah, I'd like to re-roll both rando and bootleg.
Okay,
Yeah, me too.
sounds good.
kind of cool to wake up each day with like a new flavor of spells. Eric, one of you
I'll
guys
go
can
first.
It's like life, man. It's ever changing.
We'll do bootleg first. So got a 3. What are we getting here? Trailblaze. We'll take that.
You create a trail of fire behind your board as you're rolling past.
And roll 4d12s. We got 11, 5, 12, 11. A sketchy, consuming water tree.
Weeds.
Okay.
Got some
sketchy,
weeds.
sketchy consuming water tree. All right.
Oh, what does it look like?
I'll let you know when I cast it.
Okay, all right. It's kind of scary.
Consuming
Yeah,
water?
sounds like
Yeah, it sounds kind of scary. Like if you put it on something and just like sucks up water or something. It's sketchy looking.
We'll see.
Okay.
It's a twig.
all right. I will do the bootleg to start.
Bootleg.
A 1, the mattress. Create a magical cushiony king-size mattress that minimize the impact of a fall from 3 stories or less.
Oh, nice.
And now 5, 7, 11, and 9. So I've got the gnarly, duplicating, spirit mattress. So I'm
Oh,
all
you're
mattress today, baby.
Mattress King.
Mattress. All right then.
The gnarly duplicating spirit mattress.
Hey,
Okay.
That's pretty. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's pretty dope. All right, bootleg spell. I will re-roll if you allow, as it is Trailblaze again.
Yeah, sure if you want. Otherwise, you can just pick.
Why don't I just do Sweet Jams?
Sweet jams.
Create great music that fills the air. All non-skate wizards in the vicinity have disadvantage for 5 minutes. Sick. You just don't understand the music, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do the.
I'm sorry, what?
This part right here.
Did
this
Did
right
you
here,
pull that song out?
No, if people, if you know, you know.
Oh, I do know.
yeah. Oh, I got it.
All right, rando spells. Leave a comment if you recognize the song. 4d12s. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let's go. I got the red duplicating reflection chain.
Okay.
The red duplicating reflection chain.
All right.
Nice.
With your vitality's restored, your belly's filled, and your spells also binged as you watch the bootleg tapes. Kind of strange. I feel like you would take like basically one of the TVs that's in the food court, just pop out whatever tape is in there that's on repeat. As far as like it's probably, I'm gonna say it's Titanic. It's just Titanic, like a VHS tape of Titanic. So it's only the first part too. Because remember when they used to have
It's
VHS
only
tapes?
part 1 of Titanic.
Only part 1 of Titanic that they have on VHS. So you pop it out and you put in your bootleg tape so you can get your respective spells.
While we're watching the tapes, I'm gonna pull up the smoking pipe, as we can do this once per day. Puffing the sacred smoke prior to a roll, it provides advantage once per day. So we get 1 advantage once. Passing to other skate wizards on the left-hand side grants them advantage as well. So I guess while we're consuming some sweet gems and the other tapes, I'm just to the left.
What does your pipe look like?
The pipe itself, I'm pretty sure I've seen one at the Renfest. It's the long, thin, and the little bowl. Yep, it's long
Standard.
and thin with a small little bowl. It's surprisingly the thing that's in the best shape out of everything. I've rough hoodie. My board is kind of rough looking and it's a little tattered, but this pipe is pristine.
Okay.
And I handle it with care. I'm like, gently to the left.
Take
looks great.
Reverently with 2 fingers, just
I love the
pass it on.
To pass it on.
This music, man. It's chill music in the background of just referencing as he's got some tunes for us. Again, provides advantage once per day.
Okay.
So on our next danger roll.
All right. You wake up in the food court, having, watch your tapes, watch maybe a little bit of Titanic Part 1 and put it back in so it could be rewound and we watch it again. And you're in the food court. So where would you like to go or do?
You guys want to head to McSharky's?
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Yeah, but maybe can I approach one of the counters to talk to Bob for a second?
Sure, which one?
Let's go to the bodacious.
Welcome to Bodacious Best. I'm Bob the Blob.
Hi,
What
Bob
can
the
I
Blob.
get you for the food today?
Question, Bob. You seem to be a guy who's all over the place. Been around this food court quite a lot.
Mm,
Mm. Do you know of any, or if you remember any short characters that might have been running around with a weird sword or other magical item?
Oh, I don't profile. I just dispense the food. There's many short people that come in here with swords. Many tall people too.
Well, glad you're open-minded. Thanks, Bob. I'll I'll get you next time.
Thank
kinda
you
walk
for
up.
your business.
I walk up behind her, or him, and ask Bob as well. Have you
Welcome
your-
to Bodacious Best. I'm Bob the Blob. What kind of food can I get for you today?
I'm looking for something other than food, Bob.
Oh,
Have you been traded something like a mug, I would say?
well,
The mug that never gets warm?
oh, that. I was under the impression that it was something else.
and you can see that there's a bit of a blush occurring in his face as he turns behind and turns back. He leans in.
Truth be told, I was told that it was a cake. You ever seen those videos where they say it's a cake, but it's not a cake?
You didn't test it at all?
I'm Bob the Blob, I just consume.
So it is not a cake.
No,
What would you need to part with that mug?
a very strong suppository.
Oh God.
Now, wait,
Jugo rolls up. What's happening over here, dudes? I
He's
would
in need of a suppository, man.
Oh,
The
we
bug's
need
up his
to
yikes!
find
Sorry,
a
man.
suppository.
Sorry, man.
I mean, it will pass maybe in a few days, but if you want it now, no guarantees.
Where?
Where do we find suppositories?
Yeah, where do you find suppositories?
Just wait instead of digging around inside some poor block.
Where does it get deposited?
Well, I'm not actually quite sure myself. I am behind the counters here. I'm pressed up against the walls, So I think just parts of me just descend into areas of the mall. So maybe below the mall.
Oh,
Is there, from looking at the directory, was there anything underneath the food court?
From the directory, you wouldn't see most likely any kind of business tunnels or anything like that. You probably wouldn't see anything like that under the mall.
but there's probably like an exit with like a stairway to go that goes down somewhere.
Yeah.
If there's one by McSharky's.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Bob.
Sure.
If we find a suppository, we'll be back.
Okay.
You have a good one.
Thank you for visiting Bodacious Best. Thank you for your business.
recedes back.
Well, we know where the second item is.
I'm glad you had that hunch, man. I was asking the wrong questions.
I thought it was a. What did he think it was?
A cake.
Oh. Huh.
It's been chilly
Wild.
going down.
He pops back up like, it was very convincing.
Okay.
So convincing that it was real.
Yes.
Oh, yes. It's just skate off.
They
Bye, Bob.
told me it was a cake. And he goes back under the
They.
Hey, Bob. One more random question.
Welcome to Bodesis.
Bob.
Bob, was there a rope traded to you as well?
No.
Okay. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you for your business, Bodesis.
Started skating away already.
Yep.